Hello, and welcome to the live stream. My name is Sam. You're watching the production tips and tools. Happy Friday. Super excited again. This is another live stream. I hope everyone is doing great. Of course, today is another exciting day because we're gonna be testing microphones. So if you are into live streaming, of course, maybe streaming from home, you got a home office, you're a gamer, or you creating content online, or you're a singer. If you're a singer or musician, or you got a home studio or something, I'm sure you're going to enjoy this live stream. Because I've got three microphones that I'm gonna be comparing to the legendary SHURE SM7B. So I've got two extra microphones. Actually, I got the SHURE SM7B, which is a $400 microphone that I'm using right now, running through the Vocaster 1, and I've got two more microphones that I'm gonna be comparing to it. And of course, as always, if you have questions, I think I was clipping it, if you have questions, let me know in the chat. As always, you can ask me anything in regards to live streaming, video production, and I'll be more than happy to actually, help you if you need help. In fact, I have one of my viewers actually was having an issue with the chat tool. I think we were talking in my Facebook group. By the way, if you're not part of our Facebook group, this is what it looks like. Let me just show you a little quick before we get right into the content. So this is our Facebook group. It's called the Free Live Streaming Help Tips and Tools. So so far we have 125 members. Still growing. This is a giveaway that we were running last month, a 20x PTZ camera that we gave away. Actually, someone won this PTZ camera. So sometimes we do giveaways and we do all the updates. I mean, you're going to see most of the updates about the giveaways in this group. But other than that, this is a place where you can actually join other people like you who are into live streaming and, of course, live production, video production, stuff like that. Ask your questions, share maybe if you're having an issue, you can share your screenshot of whatever you're having an issue with, and I'm gonna be able to personally help you. But you can also get help from other members of the Facebook group as well. So this is 100% free. You don't have to pay anything. This is just a way to be able to interact kind of two ways, because most of the time here on YouTube it's kind of limiting. You may leave a comment and I'm gonna try to answer your comments or help you through comments, but the YouTube platform really gets some limitations when it comes to kind of two-way communication. So you can share a screenshot, you can share a picture and stuff like that. So in a Facebook group, we are more free, and you can actually be able to ask more questions and actually be able to help other people as well that may be, or share your experience with the rest of the community. So, but other than that, yes, we had someone actually who was having an issue with this chat tool that I'm using right now. So if you can see, guys, how I'm bringing comments up, and so probably I'm gonna be able to help that person, hopefully. Let me see her name. I don't know if I remember her name. I think it's Jen Potato. I think she or he joined a few days ago. So if you're here, if you're watching live, let me know. Drop a message in the chat, and I'll be able to actually take a look at this chat tool that we actually use to show messages for sure. But other than that, let's go straight get into the content. You can stop me anytime if you have questions and leave me comments or questions, of course. But before I forget, if you're watching on a replay as well, feel free to hit that like button, of course, if you're enjoying the content. And if you have questions, drop me leave me a comment down below, or just leave a comment if you like the content. Whatever comments they may have, feedback they may have about the content, just leave it down below. All right, so let's go ahead and actually start the testing. So this is a live testing, so you understand we're not gonna be tweaking or trying to modify a lot of stuff or EQing the microphones. So I'm using the Vocaster one interface, which is an interface actually that costs under $100, that can give enough gain to the Shure SM7B. So if you're familiar with the Shure SM7B, you know, it's a dynamic microphone that requires a lot of gain, especially if you're using it live. So this interface here, right here, the Vocaster one, let me actually show it to you here on Amazon. If you have never seen it, let's go, let's grab it. So this is the Vocaster one. Of course, you could use things like the what is it called? You could use things like the Rodecaster Pro 2, that is going to be able to power the microphone without using any without using any signal booster. But if you're using a regular booster, a regular interface, obviously you're gonna need something called a cloud lifter. So I'm assuming you're aware of that. But this is the Vocaster one. As you can see, it's actually under $100 right now. It's actually at 50% off. So this is, wow, this is a good deal. Actually, this is a good deal. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I think this is a great deal. This interface is just amazing. I use it every day. Of course, it has one input, but what I like about it, as you guys can see, you have all the outputs. You have an output to send to your camera. Of course, you have one input for your XLR microphone, and then you have left and right for your studio speakers. If you have some studio speakers, you got 48 volts phantom power as well. So this is a great interface that can actually comes with a little software. This little software here, this one right here, so you can do a few things to tweak the microphone. As you can see, I can apply some effects. By the way, as you can hear, it's kind of changing, right? Some presets here, right? And whatever I'm doing on the software, I could do it on the physical unit. All right, so this is like the warm, and we got the bright. As you can hear, it's changing, right? And then I can increase or decrease the gain here. So like whatever, I can even do it on the physical unit. As you can see, this little thing is kind of moving. So this is the Vocaster one, which is on sale right now. So if you're looking for an interface that can actually you can use to run any XLR mic, a great interface, actually better than regular interfaces, like I think I have an, yeah, somewhere there, because it's got good gain and it's got this software that's going to allow you to do some cool stuff. You got loop back, you got aux, so many cool things you can do with this little device. Super simple. And of course, it's not the point of this video, but I wanted to show you what it looks like, and that's the device that I'm using to run the Shure SM7B. So in my opinion, actually, when you buy the Shure SM7B, instead of buying a what is it called, a cloud lifter, which is, let me check it out, cloud lifter. Cloud lifter preamp, which is $149. You rather actually get a Vocaster interface, because the Vocaster one is actually cheaper than the cloud lifter, and it is going to power your microphone, especially if you're not doing a podcast where you probably need to connect multiple microphones. If it's just one mic, instead of getting a cloud lifter, man, for cheaper, you can get an actual interface that will power your Shure SM7B. So this is actually a hack, man. I love this. Wow. Yeah, so I mean, this thing used to be close to $200, so now is actually $99 right now. So this is, I think I'm gonna post it for sure. Let me get a link. Just gonna put it in the chat. All right, I'm gonna put in the chat for you guys if you are interested. Because this is a good deal. 50% off. Man, this is amazing. All right, so that's the Vocaster one. All right, and just put it there. Okay, so next we are going to compare. I got two microphones here. All right, the first one is called Beyerdynamic M70 Pro X, M70 Pro X by Beyerdynamic. This is a this is a dynamic microphone as well, and I've been testing it. Actually, this microphone is underrated because nobody talks about it. Never seen it before. It was sent to me for review, but before actually it was sent to me, I never seen it before. I mean, it existed actually. Beyerdynamic seems to be a great company, actually making really good high-end microphones and audio gear. And actually this microphone is premium. It's well made. It's got good material, premium material, and I really love it. I fell in love with this mic. So I'm gonna be comparing with the SHURE SM7B, and have another microphone that I got from Maono. This is the PM500. Now, the reason why I kinda fell in love with this microphone, so there's a strange thing that Maono does. Maono, I think, of course, they want to target people who are on budget, and they tend to make really great designs, and sometimes they will make a design that kind of looks okay, and then in terms of features or the sound quality, they will make it extremely good. So when you see the microphone, you're like, ah, man, I don't know if this microphone is gonna sound good. It looks kind of cheap, whatever. And then as soon as you start talking through it or testing it, you're like, oh my God, what just happened? That's what Maono does sometimes. Of course, Maono does create really amazing designs. They got some other cool microphones that look really good and sound good on budget. Again, Maono is a brand that I do appreciate a lot because of what they do. They do really create budget microphones that really sound good, especially for people on budget. So this microphone as well, I received it. If you say it comes as a kit, and when I received it, it looked okay in terms of design, so I didn't know what to expect. This is a condenser mic, by the way, and it requires phantom power. And I tested it someday. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna test it. Listen to it, I'm like, oh my God, this thing is super good. So today I decided to test it with the SHURE SM7B, and of course the Beyerdynamic M70 Pro X. So the first thing, I'm gonna check out the prices. You know, the SHURE SM7B is always around $400, $399, $395, $97. So it's always around $400. All right, so that's the price. This is a legendary microphone. You guys, I'm talking through it right now through my Vocaster. Hopefully I'm not clipping, because that wouldn't be fair. So let me check again my signal just to make sure I'm not clipping, and it looks like I am not clipping, so everything looks good on the software. So I'm gonna remove all the enhancements that I have applied right now. So if you guys can see, let me show you my screen right now. You can see that everything looks good. There's no clipping, and I removed all the enhancements and everything. So this is a raw signal going through the Vocaster one, nothing else. And this is what it sounds like. Of course, there's a little bit of compression because, you know, this is a live stream. It's going through YouTube. So, but again, if you're gonna use it, sometimes you're gonna use it live. So whatever you're hearing is probably what people are going to hear on your stream or on your videos, right? So I guess the compression is actually good because it gives you the real sound that, you know, people who are gonna be listening to you or watching you are going to get. So this is what it sounds like in my awesome, beautiful voice, deep, kind of bassy. I guess I got a bassy voice, I don't know, but this is what it sounds like. This is the legendary SHURE SM7B. All right, Of course, the Shure SM7B is not just about the sound, it's also about the design. It's got a unique design, even though some people or some brands have started kind of copying the look and everything. But this is it, guys. All right. So next up, we're going to test the Beyerdynamic. I'm gonna show it to you first on Amazon so you guys can see the price right now. So by the way, everything you guys, all the links down below if you want to check it out for sure. But this is what it looks like. Beyerdynamic where is it called? M70 Pro X. So that's the microphone, and it should be this one right here. So the microphone itself, it should be this one. The microphone itself is gonna cost you about $200 right now. It's on sale for 13% off, but it's around $200. So this is a $200 microphone. All right, is it worth the price? You're gonna find out. But looking at the way it's made, of course, it's gonna come with this, kind of pop filter. It's not gonna come with this stand. You're gonna need your own stand, but it's gonna come with this shock mount, which is something that I don't like that much personally. It's a great mic, but I hate huge, bulky kind of shock mounts, because in my opinion, it's just too big in your face unless you're doing vocal recordings. Maybe if you're recording in a studio, it doesn't matter, but if you live streaming, I think sometimes just get too much in your face. But maybe that would be something that I would change. It also comes with a pop filter, which I wouldn't use live. Pop filter, this kind of pop filter that's gonna be kind of in front of the mic, I wouldn't use it live. But if you are doing like some vocal recordings or voiceovers, it's gonna help you kind of eliminate the plosives. All right, so that's that. So but other than that, this is how much cost. It's around $200. Obviously prices may change, but roughly this is what it looks like. And as you can see, people using it. Again, you can use a stand like this one, or you can use something like a little different, like a boom arm and stuff like that. So yeah, that's that. So the mic itself, it's really well made, by the way, and it's really well made. The material is, again, as I said, it's premium. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to test it for you so you can hear what it sounds like. All right. So I have the Beyerdynamic microphone right now connected, and if you're listening right now live or on a replay, this is what it sounds like. Now, even myself right now, I can hear there's a big difference because this microphone requires less gain compared to the Shure SM7B. Somehow I may have to lower the gain a little bit. So let's go to the software right now. Just want to show you what it looks like on the software part. And so let me close my Photoshop. So this is the software, and as you can see, I'm clipping a little bit. So I'm gonna lower a little bit somewhere here. Okay, and this is what the microphone sounds like, guys. So again, I'll let you be the judge, but in my opinion, I kind of like the microphone. I feel like the Shure SM7B, it's a little flat. All right, it's got a flat signal, and mostly I think that's the reason why it was made. It's made that way on purpose, because maybe you want to take that flat signal, kind of work with it in post-production, kind of add some EQ and stuff like that. But if you want a microphone that you actually take use it live, like live streaming, like what I'm doing right now, I feel like this microphone is amazing because it's kind of EQ'd already. You got the highs, the mids, and you got the bass as well. So if you wanna be bassy, like I can be a little closer to the microphone, and man, the bass is like wow. So you got the bass, you got the highs, you got the mids. I feel like the microphone is kind of balanced. So the first time you speak into it, you're like, oh my god, this is awesome. This is awesome. Again, I'm not applying any effects right now. I'm only using the basic interface, the Vocaster one. You guys are looking at the software, and this is what it sounds like. So if you add a pop filter, of course, it's gonna maybe allow you to remove the, some of the plosives, even though in my opinion, I don't think you're getting that many plosives. Yeah, if you like using too many, sounds, and then you may get a little bit of plosives compared to the SHURE SM7B. But other than that, of course, you can add an extra form or something that will help you eliminate, or you can use the pop filter that comes with it kind of to eliminate the plosives. But other than that, this is what it sounds like. It's just wow. In my opinion, the microphone sounds good. All right. So again, I'll let you be the judge. I don't wanna, make some conclusions, but for half of the price, looking at the SHURE SM7B, this is a $400 microphone, and this is a $200 microphone. Quality wise, again, I'll say this is really, really well made. In my opinion, actually, the material looks better than the material on the SHURE SM7B. It's just premium. It just looks so good, and I feel like it's balanced out of the gate. You ready to go live? You want to use it live, or you want to use it to create content or to record some videos. It sounds, it's sharp. It's like, it's well balanced in my opinion. It's just wow. So this microphone is one of my favorite microphones, to be honest. And yeah, I like the way it's kind of EQ'd. Again, you can play with it if you got some post-production workflow, so you can take it into Adobe Audition and kind of play with it, or any other DAW. But in my opinion, like, personally, I wouldn't bother kind of trying to work on it, in my opinion, right? So you can tweak it, maybe add just tiny little bit, or maybe adjust some signals if you didn't, record on the right gain or something. But other than that, just make sure you don't clip it. All right. Don't clip it. All right. Don't clip it. You should be good. All right. So that's that. That's the Beyerdynamic. Hopefully I'm going to make a video about it. The only thing that I didn't understand, we got the tribe in the chat. My man, the tribe is here. How you doing, the tribe? Good to see you. Good to see you. The tribe is a regular. Is always here. Thanks so much. I appreciate you for being here. Says hit the like button. Thanks so much, the tribe, for being here. So let me know in the chat, the tribe, are you using any of these microphones, or are you using any microphone for your live streaming? Let me know, or your content creation. So one thing though, this microphone seems to be new. If you look at the Amazon listing, it's got only 14 ratings. So I don't know if it's new on the market, and maybe people don't know about it yet. That's why I said I have never seen it before. And I was just surprised from the first time I spoke through it. I was like, oh my god, this thing sounds really, really good. So I'm looking forward to making a full review about it. And again, if you don't have $400 for the SHURE SM7B, I mean, if you had $400 for the SHURE SM7B, if you don't mind the look, if you're not obsessed with the look of the SHURE SM7B, I think this could be a great option. All right. So we got Mikal. I hope I pronounce your name right in the chat. How are you doing? Say hello, Sam. Hello. Thanks so much for joining. I think we're talking over at Facebook about you having an issue actually with the chat, and we're gonna get into it in a minute. I'm super excited to have you on because I'm gonna be able to take a look live and see what's going on. So that's the wrong scene. All right, so thanks so much for joining. Maybe can I call you Michael B? I don't know. It's just, sorry, it's not easy to pronounce sometimes the YouTube names, social media handles. You don't even know if it's a name or just a handle. I don't know. But welcome. Let me know how to pronounce your handle, please. I would appreciate that. So that's the dynamic, the Beyerdynamic XLR mic. Again, doesn't require any phantom power. Plug it and you're good to go. And again, compared to the SHURE SM7B, I hope you guys can hear the difference. Now, next up, before I help my friend Michael B, it's gonna be the Maono PM500. So this one here is gonna be a little different design wise. I feel like it's got a great looking design for sure, and it's gonna come in as a kit, so it's gonna come with this kind of cheap stand. This stand is kind of cheap in my opinion, but it works. It does the job if it's something that you're looking for. It's kind of low profile. I like to use this kind of stand instead of boom arms. I hate boom arms because they go straight through your frame, so I'm super obsessed by the way I want my frame like to kind of look like. So everything that you guys see in my framing here, it's kind of intentional. So I like to have this kind of low profile stands because I feel like they look better and they're not taking a lot of space in my frame. All right, that's just me. All right, but if you want, you can get a boom arm and actually use it. The microphone looks a little cheaper. It's got some plastic material. The microphone itself is actually metal. This is what it looks like, and the capsule is right here. It's gonna be a condenser microphone, so you're gonna need some phantom power for it. But other than that, yeah, this is the actual what is it called? Shock mount. Sorry. Yeah, this is the actual shock mount, and you get a pop filter here, right? A nice pop filter with the Maono logo. I think it's metal. Yeah, this one is metal, but other than that, the rest is kind of plastic. All right, so we're gonna test it and see what it sounds like. Now for the price, let's check out the price here. It's gonna be how much? Maono PM500. So this one is a little cheaper. It's $149. All right, so let's go. I'm just gonna show you what it looks like here on the screen. So on Amazon right now, as the time we're doing this recording of this live stream, is $149, which is cheaper than this one. This is about $200, and this is $400, and then we got this for over $149, so about $150. So let's go ahead and actually check it out. So for this one right here, as you can see, I had to turn on the 48 volts, which is the phantom power. Okay, but you guys can hear it right now. It's kind of clipping, so I have to take it down a little bit. And this is, I think this will be the sweet spot right here, right here. It actually doesn't have any plosives. I mean, it does, but not that much. So this is what it sounds like, guys. Again, so if you want to get the bass voice out of it, especially if you doing some podcasting, again, I'm gonna take it down a little bit because I don't want it to clip. This is what it sounds like. So I am I don't know. I just feel like this is the best. This is the cheapest, but I feel like it sounds better than all the three microphones. I don't know. It's just weird because like the most expensive microphones that don't sound as good. I mean, don't get me wrong. With this, the Shure SM7B, you can get more out of it. This is a legendary microphone. Sounds good. I'm not saying it's a bad mic, but if you're doing a podcast, man, like this microphone, like this is just the sound of it straight from the mic. I'm not doing anything. I'm not applying any processing or anything. You guys can see the app right now with the Vocaster one. I mean, it's just like, wow, it sounds really, really good. I love the bass that comes out of it. Again, the secret, you gotta have the microphone kind of close to your mouth, all right? And this is what it's gonna sound like. I mean, if you get a bassy voice, if you wanna get that radio kind of host vibe, man, this is the microphone to get. And I just love it. I love it. I love it. This is really, really good. So this is what it sounds like, guys. If you're a podcaster, I don't know if it would be good for singing. I think if you were doing some vocals and singing, I think the Shure SM7B and the Beyerdynamic mic would be maybe the best. But if you're doing a podcast, voiceover, or maybe streaming and you like that host kind of vibe, kind of radio host kind of vibe, bassy, I think this microphone is gonna be awesome. So this is man, it's just amazing. It's got its own colors. It's just super super rich in bass. And again, if you ask me which one sounds better, I will lean towards, in my opinion, personally, my favorite. I would say this is one of the best because I feel like this is kind of balanced. It's gonna give you everything. But if I mean, this is good too. I just don't know which one is better, to be honest. But like for design wise, I think the Shure SM7B is beating. It's got a good design and it's got a good sound, of course. But in terms of what sounds good and for the price, I think this is like the kind of sweet spot. I feel like the mono is kind of missing the highs. I think it's got too much, not too much, but it's got more lows, bass, kind of you know frequencies, and then the this one is kind of more like balanced, and the Shure SM7B is more like kind of flat. And yeah, so that's my take on it. Again, $150, $200, and this is $400. So that's that. I hope this was helpful. If you're looking for a kit and you're on a budget, you kind of want like a full kit, I think this will be a good purchase. It's gonna sound amazing, and you not gonna sound any worse than the Shure SM7B, to be honest. It's like, yeah. And if you have the cash, the money, of course, check out the Shure SM7B. It's a great microphone. I still recommend it 100%. This is not to destroy it or say that it's the worst, all right? But I just wanted to show you that you have options, and this is a great mic that I 100% love, and this one too, it's a great mic as well. So yeah, just the whole point is to really show you guys you have options. There's no excuse if you want to create content, or depending on what you're trying to do, a podcast, you can, like, if you're doing a podcast, I will actually recommend this one over the Shure SM7B, in my opinion. Like, to be honest, I would recommend the Maono PM500 for a podcast over the Shure SM7B. For sure, for sure. Now, for singing, no. If you're a singer or a musician, I would recommend the Shure SM7B for sure. But for live streaming, or vocal kind of for live streaming, kind of doing live stuff, I would say maybe this is the best. So again, every microphone has its place, and yeah, and then depending on your situation and your budget, I hope this was helpful. So let's go. I'm gonna switch to, because I don't like the stand, it's kind of too low, so I'm gonna switch to the SHURE SM7B, and we're gonna take a look at the chat for our friend Michael B, who's watching right now. And if you're watching on a replay, you can for the microphones. Now we're gonna talk about the chat for Facebook, and it's a chat tool that you can actually use. I'm using it right now, so to show these messages, you can pull chats from Facebook, YouTube, even WhatsApp, Amazon Live, like be able to show on your live stream like this. So okay, you say you pronounce it right. Ha ha ha. All right. So Michael B. Cool. I like that. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna talk about. All right, let's switch over to the SHURE SM7B. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Let's go. So for the SHURE SM7B, I always need a little more gain. Okay, so for this one, I may need to share my screen here. Let's go. Let's go. No, not this one. Yeah, I think this is gonna be better. Okay, so let's now watch ourselves here. So, my friend Michael B, thank you for joining, by the way. Or anyone watching on the replay, if you are interested, see, this is the chat tool. It's called Social Stream Ninja. All right, so I have the extension now. I'm using an older version, and usually I think what you're having an issue with, I think you're trying to copy this link right here. I mean, that's the link that you're kind of missing, which is the featured chat overlay. This is the link that you need. All right, so if I was to click on it, let me just click on it for fun. This link right here, this is where all the messages that I'm actually featuring, like individual messages, are going to appear. So in fact, right now I have, because I'm using it on YouTube right now, so if I send a message, so let's say hello, all right, the message should appear here. Let's see if it's going to appear. Let me do a refresh. I should, because it's appearing on my in Streamlabs. So if I want to show you, I can show it. Usually it's supposed to show here. So let's see. This is weird. Let's try. So let's try this link right here, which is the dockable link. So if I click to the dockable link, this one is supposed to have all my messages right now. So let's go ahead and so you use the featured. Okay, so you see now you're sending messages, or I can see them here, right? Okay. So but if you want, so if you can tell me in the chat what's the main use. So you want to use the dock or you want to use the single? Because the last comment that I saw in the video, I think you were saying you wanted to use like the single message kind of, like to overlay every single message. So which would be something like this. So if I click on it, it would appear on the screen like what you're watching right now, right? So it would be usually supposed to show up here though, which is weird, but it's showing in Streamlabs. So if you can tell me in the chat, this is not normal though. If you can tell me in the chat, because say I use the featured overlay, it only shows a white screen just like that. Okay, I see. So I'm going to, it's weird because in Streamlabs it's actually working. Okay, I use the streaming chat cable because the single chat is missing in my extension. Okay, so because my extension is kind of older, right? So as you can see, I have to update. So I'm going to download the version that you're using right now and see if actually it's going to work. So usually it says new version. Sorry. Sorry about that. And so usually how you download it, you go to main, not the main. I even forgot to. Oh, there you go. Download zip file. Is it here or there's another download button somewhere? All right, so we can go here where it says the link to download the newest version is here. So I'm gonna click on it, and right now it's downloaded. All right, so I'm gonna go to my downloads here, and I'm going to unzip it. So extract. Just gonna do the whole process with you, okay? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to, so I'm gonna make sure I'm not clipping. So I'm gonna go back to here. All right, usually I would go to extensions, okay, in the corner here, and then I'll go to manage extensions. So it says I use the streaming chat dark cable because, okay, I understand. That's the whole point. The dark cable thing is not pretty. It's not pretty. Like, you want to be able to use the single message feature because that's the best. That's the whole point of the chat thing, right? So unless you're doing some gaming, maybe on Twitch, and you just want to have all the messages kind of scrolling up. But yeah, but other than that, usually the single message one is the best. So what I'm gonna do is I've got it here installed. This is my old version, so I'm going to uninstall it. So let's go ahead. I don't even have to deactivate it, just gonna remove. All right, so right now it's gone. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to load and pack, and then I'm gonna bring in the one we just downloaded. Sometimes it does this, I don't know why, but I have to kind of repeat the process. Boom, select folder, and boom, now it's installed. And this is the Social Stream Ninja 1.54.0. This should be the latest version, and I think this is the one that you're running. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to extension here, and it's gonna be here. So it's Social Stream Ninja, and I'm going to pin it. Okay, so I can see it here on the top, and I'm gonna click on it. As you can see, it's pretty new, and then I believe this is the one you have. This is the version that you have. So I'm gonna click on it to enable. Click on this button, make sure to activate the tool, and right now it should be working. So all the messages that you're gonna be sending now, they are going to be appearing somewhere here, but they can't, because all my links are dead right now because I changed it. So I need to create new links for this one. So let me close this, let me close that, and we're gonna go to the chat tool, and then so this is our dockable one, the one that you said that it's working. which should look like this. So if you want to be sending some messages for me in the chat to test, and then there's another one here which should be this one. So this is the one that you need to be using for your featured kind of single chat overlay. Okay, so this one, if I click on it again, it's blank, it's white. I need to be can you send me some messages in the chat to see if it's working? Let's see. Just to see if it's going to detect the messages. So I'm gonna close it for now. Go back here. So again, you get some customization that you can do. All right, you got a message in. Okay, the message is not coming yet, so I may have to reset the whole thing. But let me go through all the customization first to make sure we have everything. We got the menu. This is new to me. Hide menu bar, no. Overlay, magnify the view, make the font icon. No, we don't need this. Light mode, white background. Dark mode, black background. Yeah, let's choose black background. And what did I do? And then green page, no, I don't need this. All right, so this is for the dark about one. And then message mechanics, text to speech, I don't need all this. All right, let's close it. Message visibility, don't need this. Styling, no need. Effect, message fade in. I guess we don't need this. Oh, you can save your last message. You can save all the messages, which is great. I like this feature because you can save the chat, the whole chat after you're streaming. And emote wall. Let's go to featured overlay. Okay, make overlay smaller, green. We don't need this. It should be okay. Mechanics, hide overlay after 20 seconds. I'm gonna do this because I want it to be like every time I show a message, so I don't have to click on it to disappear manually, so it can hide itself after 20 seconds. I think it's a good feature. Visibility, it says show source icon, hide avatar, use first names only, delete, no, I don't need this. Styling, I don't need this, it's okay, we can keep it the way it is. Again, you can change it. Just make sure you do all the changes before, because whatever change you make, the link is going to update itself, right? So everything looks good to me. I don't need to change anything here. So this is the link that you're gonna need. All right. Featured overlay. It should be this link right here. This link only shows selected messages one at a time. Requires the dock to select messages. I understand. So we're going to copy the link. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my Streamlabs here, which is gonna create a weird effect, but it's okay. So this is me in Streamlabs, and usually my messages will appear here. So this is where I choose my messages and they would appear on the screen. Okay. However, since the link is not updated, I'm gonna have to redo it. So I'm gonna go to right here and then go to website. No, not now. I'm gonna go back to my main camera here. Okay, so you guys can see it. Share the screen, share, screen share. So I'm gonna go to here where it says, where is the chat? All right, this is the Chat Ninja, which is usually a web source. All right, so I'm gonna go to settings, and I'm gonna upgrade, change the link to the new link. All right, and then see if it works, because the thing is, you told me it doesn't work, so we'll see. All right, and I'm gonna go back to the chat, and then I'm gonna grab the dockable link because I need to upgrade it to update it as well, which should be this one right here. Copy it, and then go back to Streamlabs, and we're gonna go to, now this time we're gonna go here, and then I'm gonna change the web. This is just the way Streamlabs works, so it's different from OBS, but it's the same concept. And then hit save changes. So now technically all the messages should come through, right? But we need to kind of refresh a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go to, usually how I do it when you doing YouTube is you kind of have to go here to your stream. All right, so I'm going to copy it, copy, and then I'm going to paste it again. Just I want it to refresh a little bit. All right, and then see if I can get the chat back. All right, so I've got my chat here. So on YouTube is a little different than Facebook, but I need to go here where it says pop out chat. So click pop out chat, and then once you have the chat kind of separate from the rest of the video, usually all the messages are supposed to go through. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to copy a message here and send it to myself. Boom, and see what happens. Copy, paste. All right, so let's go to Streamlabs and see. All right, so as you can see, I'm getting the messages in Streamlabs, right? The messages that I just sent to myself. So the moment of the truth is I'm going to click on this message and see if it's gonna show. Yeah, so it's working. So as you can see, it works. I think there's something that you're not doing right. But you see how I did it? It's simply, I don't know. Let me know in the chat, are you using OBS or are you using, let me know the software that you're using. Maybe if you're using OBS, I can do it with OBS as well and show you how it works. Let me know in the chat. But this is what it is, right? So as you can see, it's working for me. And I just updated everything using the same version as yours, and everything's working, no problem. So let me know if it makes sense what I just did, but it's working. I'm gonna grab my chat. Where's my chat? There you go. Okay, so you say using OBS. Okay, that's great. So what I'm gonna do, because as you can see, right, messages are still coming in. The one you just sent is there. So let me open OBS. Hopefully it's gonna work. Okay, and I'm gonna show you little quick how to do it in OBS. That's the wrong. All right, so let's go to OBS right now. Hopefully it's not gonna crash the stream because I'm using Streamlabs as well. Skip the version. I don't want to upgrade. Close. Remind me later. Close. Okay, so for OBS, I'm going to start from scratch. So I'm gonna send myself a no, I don't need to. Just gonna, I've got some scenes in here. I'm just gonna create a new scene. I'm just gonna call it overlay chat test. All right. So we got OBS going on here. And this is just a brand new scene. And I'm going to add one of the videos here that kind of playing back. So I'm gonna grab this one, a video capture device. No. Which one is it? Sample overlay. So I'm gonna grab this media source here, copy, and go to here, and then paste, and then cut, and then I'm gonna make it show transform fit to screen. It's kind of cropped, so transform fit to screen. There we go. So this is just a sample of me talking, just, you know, to make sure it makes sense. So now for OBS, first of all, we need to work on the dock. All right. So we're gonna go to docks here, and then we're gonna go to custom dock, custom browser docks, and then we're going to add a new. So I'm going to delete everything here. There you go. So you see how I do it. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and grab the link. All right. So the problem with OBS every time there you go. So I'm gonna go here, and then we're gonna start with the dockable link. All right. So the dockable link is right here, streaming chat dockable. So we need that link here. Copy. Go back to OBS, and then we're gonna say doc name. So we're gonna call it chat. Come on, it's not. There you go. Chat overlay. All right, and then I'm gonna paste the link here, and I'm gonna hit apply. Okay, and then as soon as I hit apply, it's gonna appear somewhere here, so I can have it. Maybe I mean, you can put it anywhere you want, but I'm gonna have it here by the mixer. All right, somewhere here. Again, some people will put it somewhere here. So if you, I'm gonna hit close. So if you want to use the studio mode, some people just have it here. So use like the studio mode. Did I just lose it? Oh, somehow I lost it. I don't even know how to get it back. But anyways, so we got it here. Uh, so what we can do now, I'm gonna go back to, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go back to the to the same extension here, and then I'm gonna go to this one. This is the most important part. Again, if you want to get it back, you can reset the whole thing. That's not important. So we're gonna go to for now, feature chat overlay. All right, this is the one that we need. I'm gonna click copy. Okay, so this is the one, this is the link that you're looking for, featured chat overlay. All right, go back to OBS, and I'm gonna add it to my source, and it's gonna be a browser, and then I'm gonna call it chat. All right, chat single message. All right, and then I'm gonna hit OK, and then I'm gonna copy the link here. I mean, delete the link, and I'm gonna paste. All right, and then for the width and height, you can leave it the way it is, but again, you can adjust it. Okay, now we don't have to change it. Let's just leave the way it is and hit OK. All right, so this is kind of like the way it's gonna look like. Again, you can adjust it manually. It doesn't have to be you know, just make it look the way you want. All right, so this is what it looks like. Now we're gonna see if we're getting messages. My problem here is I lost my dog, so I need to get it back. It was this one, right? Okay, so let me go ahead and actually delete it again, and I'm gonna bring it back. So I'm gonna go back here and then get the dockable link, copy, and then I'm gonna go back to OBS. I'm gonna copy the link, paste, and then I'm gonna call it chat ninja this time, and hit apply. So I got my dock back, and as you can see, it's looking pretty awesome. So I'm gonna try to put it here. Somewhere here. It's gonna go on the top, which I hate. I guess this is what we got. So anyways, you can put it anywhere you want. For some reason, it's going on the top of my, and then hit close. All right, so depending on your screen, you can even have it on a different monitor if you want, but in OBS it's gonna look like this. All right, so now I can even go ahead and go to dock and lock docks so it doesn't move. I don't move it. All right, so now this is the moment of the truth. If I go and send myself some messages, let's see if it works. Can you send me some messages in the chat just for testing? All right, so as you can see, it works. So I'm sending myself messages and it works. Say hello. I'm not even live, but it's picking up. So as you can see, messages are coming in. Now, this is, I mean, through the chat, of course. So what I can do is I can go ahead and click any message and boom. So as you can see, it's there, right? So see, it's working. It's working, no problem. So for me, what I do sometimes is I'll go to this and then let's see if I can. No, I don't do this. I can go here, right click, and then property, and then instead of making it the height, I can leave it the way it is at 600, but the width I will make it 1080p, 1920 by 1080p. So because my frame is 1920 by 1080p, I'll do 1920. So if it's like 1920 wide, so if it's a long message, what's gonna happen is, they say like a message like this one, instead of being super small, it's gonna be like, it's gonna spread across the frame. So that's like a quick hack, and that's it. That should work. So see, it's working. Oh, you say you did it wrong. What did you do wrong? See, I knew something was, you were doing something wrong. So I don't know what you did, but I think maybe use the same link for the single message overlay. Maybe use the dockable link instead of that one, because if you put it in here, it's gonna show you the same thing. It's gonna show you the same kind of dock look, right? So maybe that's what you were doing. But as you can see, it's working, no problem. BS. So this is how you can have your messages. Unfortunately, I'm doing it here, and it's going to through Streamlabs as well. Every time I click on it, Streamlabs is getting the same thing, but you get the idea. So yeah, that was fun. Let me know what are you streaming? Are you like doing a show on YouTube and Facebook? Let me know what you're doing. But as you can see, the whole thing works, no problem. I actually like the new look. It looks really good, and it has more options. Let me see. I love the fact that I can actually save the messages after the stream. But I also, what did I like? I like the new look in general. It looks good. Let's see. Let me go back to OBS. You got some menu here. So you got the speech to text. Let me try speech to text. See if it works. I don't know if it's working, but maybe in Streamlabs it would work. Try speech to text in Streamlabs and see. Oh, it's not working. I don't know why it does. It's supposed to read. Oh, it works. I don't know if you guys could hear it. You couldn't, but if you send a message, it actually is gonna read it, which is awesome. So if you guys, hey buddy, my man Daniel is joining the live stream. Can you type something, Daniel, in the chat, or someone else? Just want to hear the chat tool reading the message for me. It's kind of cool. Thank you for joining, my man. Let me try to send a message to myself as well and see what happens.
Live production tips and tools says, hi buddy.
It's not bad. I mean, it sounds like AI. It is AI. It's not perfect, but it's cool.
Live production tips and tools says, hey buddy.
So
Michael.B says, hello Sam. Thank you for helping.
Not bad. You're welcome.
Live production tips and tools says, you are welcome.
That's kind of sweet. Let me see what else we have. Yeah, we have auto. So auto is what's gonna do is going to allow like every message that comes in is gonna show up automatically. And then we get featured. clear the featured message, not this chat. And then we get show only message that have donations, which is great. And then you get filter messages that contains emojis only. And then you can do filter, custom filtering, I guess, here. Yeah, you can type your own filter. And then you get start beeping when there is a new message.
Daniel Vino says, is it the automatic voice?
Yes, it is, my friend. Send a message to all social endpoints. So if I want to send a message and say hello, I can send a message from the chat. Hello, hello. Yes, it is, my friend. Let me see if it works. Yes, am I fired? My friend. Oops.
Live Production Tips and Tools says, hello, hello, yes, it is my friend.
So, I mean, as you can see, I can send a message directly from the chat tool from the dock without going to YouTube, which is awesome. This is nice. This is cool. So I love it. It's a nice tool. Thanks, Steve. Oh, there's one thing that I wanted to check out actually before we end the stream. It was this little thing right here. Message here. Styling. Let's check out the styling. Colors, comments, font color. So if I change this, oh no. Okay, I need the hex value for the color or color name. Comments, background color, default name, font color, name, background color. So let's try something out.
Daniel Vino says, wow, every time you bring smile with your tips and tricks. Great, buddy.
Oh, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that, my friend. Um, yeah, of course the thing is my face, but so you can see the name font color is yellow. All right, so name background color. Okay, name background color. Let's type in, I don't know, let's say blue. Let's see if it works. I don't know if you have to use a code, but blue. But the link didn't change, so somehow it didn't work. Let's try fade in. Okay, yeah, now the link changed. But this blue, no, not this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to OBS and I'm gonna change the link right now and see if it's going to make adjustments. Filters, property, and then hit paste and then okay. And then I'm gonna show a message here. Oh, showing. So I think it's doing the fade. Yeah, it's fading instead of popping, but the color didn't change. So I think for me to get the color right, um, I would have to. I mean, on Streamlabs, while you guys are watching on the like the bigger comment, it's not changing because I did not upgrade or update the link. So, but for this one, for Photoshop, because I mean not Photoshop, for OBS, it's changing. I mean, it's fading. Like you can see the comments coming in. It's a fade instead of popping like it was doing, like what's doing in Streamlabs. So hopefully you guys can see it. So you need to look here, not here, here.
Edward says, hey bro.
Hey, my man, Edward, how you doing? How you doing? Just playing with some chat tool here. We did some comparison of the SHURE SM7B compared to this great microphone. It's called Beyerdynamic M70 Pro X, and I compared to the Maono PM500, excuse me, which is another great budget microphone, but sounds really, really good, especially for podcasting. $150, $200, $400. So you can check on the replay if you want, if you're curious to know the difference between the three mics. But we're also playing with this chat tool to see what we can get from it. So this is cool, but the problem is if you want to customize this thing to let me change to this one here. If you want to customize this thing to something like maybe change the color or something, all right? As you can see, it's kind of working. So let's go back to this thing right here, to the tool. And I'm gonna open Photoshop actually. See if I can pick a color that I want here. So if I go to do something here, this was my thumbnail for today. So let's pick this image right here, not this image. Let me just draw something, and then we're gonna choose a color that we want. Go here, and then this is a hack on how you can get like the hex code for your color. So let's make it something like this maybe, or this blue. Yeah, a little darker. Right, so we need this code. So let's copy this code here. So it's gonna be this kind of blue, and then we're gonna go to our chat tool, and we're gonna go to where we have the featured chat overlay, styling, and then we're gonna go to, oh, we can enable round edges, and then align comment to the top, I don't understand. Okay. I don't think I need this. Color names if original names color available. Probably don't need this, but I need the background here. I'm gonna paste the code and then hit enter. Hopefully it's gonna work this time. So let's see if it's going to change. So I'm going to copy the link again. It's kind of long, so I'm gonna have to have it here. And I hit copy, go back to OBS, and in OBS, I'm going to go back to my chat here, and then go properties, and then hit paste, and then hit OK, and then let's see. Oh, we got rounded edges, but
Edward says, great review, however I will always go for the SM7B, I love it because of its reliable performance, top-grade construction, and noise attenuating technology.
I understand. It's a great mic, my man. It's a great mic. Everybody respects this microphone. Oh, it's working. It's blue now. Oh. So how come okay, only new comments have this. Oh, nice. Oh, even the other blue worked.
Edward says,
the other one was
the only downgrade is you need a cloud lifter to use its full potential and get pro sound.
That's right. So let me show you something, my man. Okay, so to run it, I'm actually using but no, this is not gonna work for you because you need multiple microphones. But if you're using only one microphone, I actually have a hack. I was talking about it. You can get because I use the Vocaster one. Vocaster one doesn't need a cloud lifter, so it's called the Vocaster one. All right, it's an interface that can actually run the SHURE SM7B without needing a cloud lifter. This is what it looks like, and right now it's actually on sale for $99. So imagine, instead of buying a cloud lifter, you can buy an interface, because when you buy a cloud lifter, you also have to buy an interface and everything. But with this little device has enough gain to power the SHURE SM7B, of course, because I'm talking through it right now. And it's only $99. It's actually cheaper than a cloud lifter, because a cloud lifter is about $150, $120, depending on which one you get. So this is a hack. This is a full interface, has phantom power and everything. It's what I use with all my microphones here, and it works well. If you need two inputs, maybe you can get the Vocaster 2. This is gonna give you two inputs. Again, you can look at the price. It's only $149 right now. It's on sale, so which is almost the price of the signal booster, the cloud lifter. So that's a hack for people who want to save money. You can get an interface and a cloud lifter in one package with the Vocaster 2. Vocaster 2 gives you two inputs. Vocaster 1 gives you only one input. So if you don't need more than two inputs, you probably, running a podcast, you always only have two guests. I mean, you and the guest. This is a hack. So yeah, that's that. But again, I always recommend, if you're doing live, in my humble opinion, I think the SHURE SM7B sounds good. But if you're doing live like what I'm doing right now, I don't think it's the best sounding microphone. There are better microphones, even cheaper, that will actually sound better than the SHURE SM7B. But if you're doing some post-processing, that's where you can actually go look for the beauty and the richness of the SHURE SM7B, because it's gonna give you a flat sound that you can actually work with. If you understand camera, it's like giving you the raw footage, and then gonna do some post-processing, post-production,
Edward says,
color grade,
wow, interesting.
Yeah, man. So I've got the Vocaster 1, and then you can get the Vocaster 2 as well with two inputs. Yeah, but again, if you wanna get all the effects and everything, with the Vocaster, the only controls that you have with it, it's gonna be this little software. It can give you basic effects, like radio. This is like the radio effect here. I can do the same thing on the physical unit, so I don't have to be using the software. This is the clean effect. This is the warm effect. You can even go in here and customize all the effects. So you can do a little bit of basic EQ on it, and you know, like you get the kind of compression, bass, mid, and treble, which is like your highs. So you can play with this right in the software, and then have it kind of ready for you on the unit whenever you go live or whenever you use it, which is good. You can mute it, you can do auto gain. In my opinion, auto gain doesn't work that much. So yeah, so it's a nice device. I would actually recommend it for, especially for SHURE SM7B. I mean, if you have any other microphone, any other XLR microphone, it will work as well. So that's a quick hack if you want to save some money. But if not, you know, the Vocaster Pro 2. Now they have the Vocaster Pro Duo. I don't know if there's a Pro word in there, but there's a Duo that gives you 2 inputs. You know, it's gonna give you even, you know, some beta EQs and stuff, right? So, but it's like $400. So that's that. Yeah. So, anyways, I was think we were having fun with this little chat tool as well. But I think
Manpreet Dode says, "Hi Sam.
Hey, Manpreeto, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, let me know if you have questions. I think you had some questions about the Atem Mini Pro or the Atem Mini. Let me know. So this is the best time to ask your questions, guys. But today I discovered something. So as you can see now, I can even change the look of my chat. So if I want to brand, to do some branding of whatever, like I can actually create something that I want that goes with my branding. So for instance, if I wanted to, I can go here. Yeah, this is all the chat is coming in. So I can go in here. Yeah, guys, if you have questions, let me know in the chat for sure. I can go in here and
Edward says, "Bro, however your volume seems kind of low. Can you increase the volume on the processor to the max?" Manpreet
yeah.
Dode says, "I wanna ask, I have bought a Atem Mini as recommended by."
Okay, I'm gonna let me decrease this thing here. Yeah, I can just little quick. Let me update my chat here so it looks good. All right, let's go to the main. I think we got questions here. So Edward says, bro, however your volume seems kind of low. That's probably true. So I'm gonna go ahead and increase it a little bit. I'm always afraid to peak, but I think now it should be good. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hopefully I'm not peaking. So yeah, so thank you, man. So let's go and check out Manpreeti question. I want to ask, I have bought an Atem Mini as recommended by you, but I don't know when to connect with OBS. Then worship sound is not coming. Oh, it's not coming. Okay, it's not coming through in the live video. So I don't know how to connect it with OBS. Okay, so I have OBS right now open. Okay, so what you need to do, I'm just gonna do a quick demo for you. So if I go to my screen here, not this one. So this is what OBS is gonna look like. Of course, I got this little chat here, so you can ignore it. This is It's probably yours is not gonna show up like this, but it's just to give you an idea. So what you need to do is you're gonna create a scene, a basic scene like this, all right? And then you're gonna go to where it says sources right here, and then you're gonna hit plus, and then you're gonna go to video capture device. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to make sure your Atem Mini Pro on the USB out. So let me show you real quick. Atem Mini Pro. So if you go to Blackmagic Design website, so your Atem Mini Pro is gonna have this little USB out, okay? Where it says USB out, you need to get a cable that has what this type of USB Type C kind of, you know, output. Okay, so you need to connect this cable into your computer. All right, once you have this cable connected into your computer, you can go to OBS where we just did, and then hit on the source, hit the plus button. All right, and then go to video capture device. This is what you need to do, and then you can name it here. You can name it Atem Mini. All right, you can name it whatever you want, but I would advise you to name it Atem Mini so you know what it is, and then hit OK. Once you get here, it's going to show up here, so you're gonna be able to see something that says Blackmagic Design, because I have my Atem Mini connected right now, so it's gonna show up here, right here, right among your inputs. So and then you're gonna click choose Blackmagic, you know, Blackmagic Design, which should be your Atem Mini, all right, Mini Pro or Mini, and then the rest now it's not showing up because I'm using it in a different software. So some software, sometimes you can't use two software at the same time. That's why you can't see the image coming through OBS. But this is what you're gonna see. All right, you're gonna be able to see an image here as soon as you click Blackmagic Design, and then you can actually, where it says resolution type, you can actually choose custom if you want, and then you can go ahead and hit this arrow down that says it's gonna give you the resolution, which is 1920 by 1080, something like this, and then you should be able to see the image here, and then hit OK, and you'll be done. That's it. The image is gonna come through. Again, right now it's not working because I'm using it in another software that I'm using to stream right now, but that's it. Just hit OK and you should be good to go. Right, as soon as you hit OK, you're gonna see the image coming through. Of course, you need to have your camera with an HDMI cable connected to the Atem Mini Pro to be able to see a live feed. That's pretty much it. Now, when it comes to audio, there are two ways to do it, because what you were saying here is for the worship sound. Okay, so you could use something like an interface, okay, that will connect from the mixer. So let me show you. I think I have an interface here. Yeah, I do. So this is an interface. Okay, all right, I don't know if you have this interface, but if you don't, it could be something to consider. Or you could come directly from your mixer where it says tape out on your mixer or one of the outputs, connect, go directly into the Atem Mini Pro. All right, so let me change the scene so you can see. Maybe let's try this. I'm just gonna show you a little quick what it looks like. So this is like a basic interface. Okay, this is one way of doing it. So what you would do is you can get the signal, one of your output from your mixer, and then connect it into the interface here. All right, here, and then on the interface from here, you can get a cable that comes from the interface into the no, actually you don't even need to do that. I was going to say into the Atem Mini Pro. You don't have to do that. You can use this. There's a USB cable that will connect directly into your you can connect the USB cable from the interface into your computer, right? The computer is running OBS, all right? So I repeat, you can get a cable that comes from your mixer into the interface, and then interface will have a USB cable that goes into your computer. Now, what you can do is you can go to OBS. That's one way of doing it. Instead of passing through the Atem Mini Pro, now you can go to OBS, right? The same place on the same same source, all right? You can go not the same source, the same scene. You can go here on the plus and then add audio input capture, right? And then you can name it whatever you want. It could be audio, it could be interface, it could be anything, or worship sound. And then you click OK, and then you're gonna look for the name of the interface. So now this is going to change depending on what you're using. Right now I have like an interface called the video call, you know, the Vocaster one. So the name of your interface is going to show up here, all right? And then you're gonna choose the name of your interface and you're gonna hit OK. I'm not gonna add it. I mean, I could do this, just add any sound here, maybe this one, and then hit OK. And then as soon as you add it, obviously you're gonna see some signal here. As you can see, there's some audio happening going on here. I'm gonna mute it, but that's how it's gonna work. So now you have audio and video at the same time. That's one way of doing it, and this is the best way in my opinion, and the simplest way. However, if you don't want to buy the interface, you can go directly from your mixer into the Atem, right? So connect a cable from your mixer into mic 1 or mic 2. Now what you need to do, hoping I think you know how to download the Atem software. So you're gonna go to the Atem software if you have it downloaded already, and let's go enter what did I just do? Somehow it's not showing up. Okay, there we go. So the Atem software, you need to go to usually switcher, media, audio. No, not here. My bad. I'm gonna close it. You need to go here, and then you need to go to no, not here. What am I doing? You go here. Hopefully it's gonna show up. There you go. And we need to go here on settings in the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but let me resize it a little bit. All right, let me change to this scene. Oh, you can see my feed is kind of acting weird. Is because I have it open everywhere. So anyways, but you need to go sorry about that. You need to go here on settings in the corner. All right, this little dot here close to my picture that's kind of dancing, and then go to audio. All right, and then where it says general, go to general. So go to audio, general, and then where it says analog audio inputs. All right, so you need to go to mic 1 and make sure you choose line, okay? Because if you leave it to microphone, it's going to clip. So make sure you actually choose line, okay? So make sure you check line and then hit done. If you use mic 2, make sure you choose line as well. All right, because you have two settings. If you were using just a microphone, you just use microphone. But if you're connecting a line coming from an interface, or like if you're going from a mixer to the Atem Mini, you could use the line option. That's pretty much it. Now you can go back to OBS now. All right, so to OBS, and then do the same concept. So I'll go to audio input, audio input capture 2, and then here you can actually choose the black magic. It should show up here. So microphone, black magic design. So microphone to black magic design. So if you choose the black magic design as a microphone, then that audio coming from your mixer going through the Atem Mini is gonna actually show up in OBS. That's the second way of doing it. Although I recommend use the interface option, I think it's gonna be a little more smoother and manageable, in my opinion. So let's see what you say in the comment here. Okay. I do have a mixer, so do I need to buy an interface too? I would say if you don't mind, I think an interface will be better. It will be a cleaner setup, in my opinion, instead of using going directly from the mixer into the Atem Mini. But okay, let me say this. Try first to use just go from the mixer into the Atem Mini Pro and see, listen to the sound and see if it's working, right? Because I've seen people doing it and it worked. Now, if you have issues, don't use a long cable. Try to use a short cable, and see if it works. Now, if it doesn't work, I think an interface is gonna give you a cleaner setup. All right. So before you invest in an interface, try to use just go directly from the mixer to the Atem Mini Pro, and let me know, and make sure you join my Facebook group, okay? Because that's where I'm able to help you guys. It's easier for me to help you instead of doing one-on-one calls with you guys. I know I would love to do that, but it's a lot of time, and I always trying to create content and help as many people as possible. So make sure you join my Facebook group, because you can ask me questions directly from my Facebook group, which is this group right here. It's called share, copy link. So it's this group right here. It's free to join. We do some giveaways. We recently did a camera giveaway. All right, so you can leave a screenshot, like this person right here, Michael B, had a problem. She joined our group chat, our Facebook group, and she was able to actually leave, send some screenshots of whatever issues she was having. And I don't know if it was a she actually or a he, but let's assume it was a she. And then I was able to actually help, like here on the live stream, because I knew the problem. So make sure you join the Facebook group, because if you're having issues, you can share your audio. If you're having issues, something's clipping, or you're having issues connecting something, we're gonna be able to help you directly through the Facebook group. You're gonna meet people there who may be able to help, and of course myself, I'm gonna be able to help. So I just dropped the link in the chat for the Facebook group, and yeah, so yeah, so guys, make sure you join the Facebook group, because it's easier for me to help you guys. It's easier for me to help, and of course make sure you help others too. So if someone is having the same issue as you and you found a solution, why not? Hey, Michael B, are you a she or a he? Sorry, I think you're a she, looking at your picture profile. Your profile picture profile picture. Yes, yeah, profile picture. Looking at your profile picture, you look like a she. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful. Okay, so say one more question. When we don't use mic during okay, I don't like the when we don't use Google during when we don't use a mic during our Google Meet prayer service, then also worship voice is not audible to audience. Here, what do we do? Okay. Okay, I see what's happening. So if you're not using the microphone, and you have a Google Meet prayer, it's normal that it makes sense that they're not going to be able to hear you. So what you need is get a microphone, like a condenser microphone. It could be something small, like, give me a second. Like something like this. This is just a simple, it doesn't have to be exactly the same microphone, but get a tiny mic like this one, all right, and then connect it to your mixer so it can capture the room sound. All right, you can connect it directly to your mixer, or you could connect it directly to the Atem Mini Pro. Okay, so when you're doing a prayer meeting where you're not using the actual microphones, this is gonna capture the sound of the room in general. So whoever is talking, the mic is gonna capture that sound. Or you can even have it hooked up on your camera directly, because your camera is actually able to send the sound to the Atem Mini Pro. You just have to enable it. All right. So that's something that you can try. Try to get a microphone that can either connect directly, if your microphone can allow, if your camera can allow it, connect directly that microphone to the camera. All right. And then on the Atem Mini, let me show you something here. Not this one, but this here. So now on the Atem Mini, you can go, so you can see on the mic 1, make sure the mic 1 is enabled right here. So you can see now mic 1. Sorry, if you're connecting directly through the camera, make sure this is on. All right, where it says on here on the input number 1, make sure it's on, so that way the camera is gonna send the signal with audio. Okay, and then you can actually configure that in OBS. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is, obviously, if you're using an interface, you could do that, connect the microphone directly to the interface, or connect the microphone directly to the mixer. So whatever device that you decide to go with, it could be an interface, could be the mixer. Find a microphone, just a small microphone, like a, not a dynamic microphone. Try to find a condenser microphone, and then have it in the room, so when people speak, the microphone is gonna capture the sound, and then that is gonna be sent to whatever device they're using to capture your sound, into the Atem Mini or into OBS, and then that's how you're gonna be able to capture everyone's sound in the room for your Zoom prayer service. Another way is to just give them a microphone. And that's another thing. Whatever microphones that you're actually using to sing, you can use that microphone, so whoever is praying, just give them a mic, and that's gonna go through the mixer to the to OBS, or to the Atem Mini Pro to OBS, and then you're gonna be able to get the sound. So that would be my advice. But again, remember to join my Facebook group, so we can, like, as you go, you can ask questions, and then we're gonna be able to interact. And of course, every time I go live, feel free to ask questions here live as well. So Please give me the link to that I can buy this one. Okay, so you need the microphone. Let me send you a mic that I think you may like. Let me see if I can find it. This one, this one is a little too much. It captures too much. I used it last time on a wedding, and then I think it was capturing too much, especially if you have a lot of people around. But I have another one from Rode that I can actually recommend you. Let me find it little quick. It should be the Rode mic. Not wireless, but Rode mic Go to. I believe this should do the job. Something simple. I hope your room is not big. Oh, you have a Rode. Okay, so use that one. So this is the one that I was going to suggest to you. This one right here. So I don't know which one you have, but this is something that I was gonna suggest you. It's like a shotgun microphone. Super simple. And you can put it on the top of the camera, or you can actually connect it directly into the Atem. So this was something to consider, something minimal, doesn't have to be huge, because I'm assuming, or this one too, even this one, actually this one is better. This one right here. So I don't know if you have this one. You can try this, connect it directly to the camera, and then make sure the camera is capturing the sound so it's not too far from the people who are talking, so you can get the overall sound of the room. That should do the job for prayers. But that's, so you're saying you have the Rode, but that's with wire. Yeah. No, don't get wireless. Please don't get wireless. Wire is fine. So if you have this one, it should do the job. All right. Video mic Go. You don't have to get the Go too. Just the Go. This one should do. Right. Just connect it directly into the camera. Or if you have, if you're not too far from the Atem, just don't use a super long cable. And then this should do the job. All right. Test it and let me know. So if you already have it, that's perfect. If you don't, I'm gonna leave a link down below. You could also like try some like a shotgun mic, like a bigger shotgun like XLR, but I feel like it's gonna be too much. I don't want to overcomplicate the situation, because if it's a Zoom kind of Google Meet prayer, I'm assuming you have fewer people, so just keep it simple. In my opinion, you don't have to overcomplicate the situation. So let me get you the link in the chat if you don't have it, but if you do, then that's fine. Just use it. So just drop the link in the chat for you. Let me know. So another thing is, oh yeah, I think Michael B says, oh, it's a he. Oh my god, I didn't know. With the long hair, it's probably a long hair that was kind of misleading me. I thought you were a she. My bad. It's your fault. You got a long hair, and then your face. I can see your face. So let's say, please give me the link so that I can buy this one. Yeah. Got the link for you. So try it. Let me know how it goes. Yeah. Let me know how it goes. So I don't remember what kind of camera do you have again, but your camera should be able to connect directly to the. Now, if you have issues, questions connecting the microphone, just make sure you join the Facebook group. Let me know. I'm gonna be able to help you or other people in the group as well, so we can get you going. All right. So guys, last minute questions. This has been a super long stream. I was not planning on doing a 2-hour stream, but we are here. So thank you so much for joining today. I'm glad I was able to help you guys. And that's the whole purpose of doing this live stream. So if I can help one person or two people, man, it's worth it. It's worth the time. And of course, some people watching on the replay may be having some same questions or same issues, facing some issues, and yeah, it's probably they're gonna be able to find the some help that they might be looking for. So that's why I like kind of answering your questions on live streams and of course in the Facebook groups as well. All right, so guys, any last minute questions? If not, I've got 30 seconds and I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be yeah, we're gonna close the stream, of course. So I think there's no other questions. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining today. I do appreciate everyone who joined. Again, my name is Sam. If you're watching on a replay, make sure you hit that like button. If you are enjoying the content, if you made it this long, this far, I mean, somehow you enjoyed the content. So make sure you hit that like button. And of course, we got all the 3 microphones that I talked about today, links down below in my description if you want to check them out. I still have the SHURE SM7B. It's a great mic, but if you're on a budget, you can find some cheaper options that will still sound good. So Manpreeti says, Sam, can I use a laptop camera in Google Meet? So should I use different camera? Yes, you can use the laptop's camera, but it's not gonna look good if you are the one on the camera, so kind of the laptop facing you. Of course you can, but it's not gonna be the same quality, right? So if you have an actual camera, you can connect with the capture card or with the Atem Mini Pro. The Google Meet can actually see the Atem Mini Pro. I do this every time, all the time, every time I'm having a meeting on Google Meet or any other like Google Meet, Zoom, Teams. I always use my Atem Mini Pro with an actual camera. Even when I'm having like interviews for jobs and stuff like that, I use my Atem Mini Pro and an actual DSLR camera in my lights. So yeah, you can use an actual camera with the Atem Mini Pro and just Google Meet. Make sure you choose the camera, switch from the actual laptop's camera to Atem Mini Pro. Google Meet is gonna see it as a webcam and you're gonna be able to go live. Now you can choose the microphone. Either you connect directly the microphone into the laptop, or you can connect through the camera and then use the Atem Mini Pro sound coming through into Google Meet, and then boom, you got the sound and then you got a good looking image from your camera, which is awesome. So yeah, it's possible, but you're gonna get a better quality using your Atem Mini Pro and an actual DSLR camera or mirrorless, depending on what you're using to stream. So I hope that was helpful. And of course, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. And hopefully I'm gonna see you next time. Michael B, wanna see you in the group asking questions and sharing some of your projects, guys. I want you to share the projects, what you're working on, and if you have maybe, you know, if you've been struggling with something and you finally find it, figure it out, I want you to actually share in the group. Let me know, because I like seeing you know, you guys succeed or creating or producing good looking shows and stuff. So yeah, so make sure you share in the group as well. But other than that, thank you so much, guys, for joining today. I appreciate you. Again, my name is Sam. You're watching live production tips and tools, and I'll see you hopefully on my next live stream or my next video. Take care.